Peace to the tribe. What's going on, fam? It's a beautiful day out here in Cali. Not too hot yet, overcast, but it's gonna be hot today. But anywho, what I woke up thinking about today was time and how we have so many different distractions and things that are like fighting for our time that we give our time to that really take away from us learning more about ourselves and really tapping into like the real reasons why we're here on this planet, right? And so I got a challenge for you. One of the things that is really taking so many people's times is social media, right? And the algorithm, these apps, they're literally programmed to have you spending time on there where they'll withhold likes from you and you know, have you refreshing and going back to see, if anybody has commented or liked the post and all of that is literally programmed. There's this book called Digital Minimalism that I read years ago, and at the time, this guy who wrote the book, he used to work for these companies, and he refuses to allow his kids to be on these apps, which that should tell you a lot. The people who are making these apps and they refuse to let their kids use these apps, they know that it's like some diabolical shit that's going on, because they're basically fighting for your attention, right? So in the book, which this came out years ago, talks about the average person at that time spent like 2 years of their life online scrolling. And this was years ago. So I did a search online and looked at like what's the average amount of time a person spends online or like social media. And in America, that number has went up to like 5 to 6 years, depending on what study you look at. I saw some studies that it was even more than that. And this is not just kids; these are adults that are online just scrolling because it's very addictive. Like social media, I ain't gonna hold you. Like there's some good ass entertainment on Instagram with just memes and everything. And if you know, like I find myself if I'm on there, you just the algorithm knows. You see something, you like it, it's gonna show you more of that, and then before you know it, you just spend hours sending out memes and gifts to people, and they're sending them back, and then your day is just like gone, or some of the critical time that we could use to be doing something more productive, like working towards our goals. So the challenge is, which I've done this, and I find that when I do this, like I just enjoy life better. So delete all social media apps off your phone just for a week and journal. Go with it, get outside, get into some nature. Even if it's going outside in your backyard, if you have a backyard, take a walk around the block and journal and really pay attention to like how you're feeling mentally, how things are affecting you, how are you regulating your nervous system, your emotional regulation, and see if you can spot a difference between when you are spending time on social media versus when you're not. And one of the tricks that he talks about in his book, Digital Minimalism, is like delete all of the apps off your phone, and then if you really need to get back on there, do it from your computer. And that takes more steps and more time. So theoretically, you will probably spend less time on these apps if you gotta go through more steps to get on them. So yeah, we gotta be on our Maxine Waters these days and reclaiming our time, because if the purpose for us here is to, like, we came to learn something and for spiritual growth, if we're spending all of this time like on apps and things that are not progressing us forward, then it goes back to the whole reincarnation thing, if you believe in that. And basically almost guaranteeing, which I don't know if it's guaranteed, but it seems like we're making ourselves have to come back here again to learn lessons, because if we're not actually spending the time and growing and learning the things that we're supposed to do, then yeah, we might have to come back to this joint for another go round, which, maybe you want to. I don't know. Just morning thoughts. But yeah, reclaim your time and spend more time with yourself, loving on yourself. Uh, Go get massages, meditate, journal, spend time in nature. That's like some of the best things that you could do for your health. And then obviously what you put in your body, drinking enough water, hydrating. It's a lot of different things. It's a lot of things that are out here vying for our time that are not for the benefit of our health, and that's mental health, spiritual health, emotional, physical, all of these things. The one thing that we all have in common is 24 hours. And yeah, we gotta definitely take more time. Oh, and then the other thing too is what I've noticed is, and you can tell me if you find this true, like years ago, you could get a lot more done in a day than we can actually get done now, right? Like we'll have a list, or at least I find myself, I'll have a list of things that I want to get done for the day. And like I only get a fraction of that stuff done. Kalindi Iyi is somebody that I follow and listen to a lot of his teachings, and he talks about how at a certain point they actually sped up the time. So whether you believe that or not, you can research it and look into it, but the time is going a lot faster than what it was back in the day if you're tapped in and you're paying attention. And so that's even more reason to like really check what we're doing with our time, because not only is the time like speeding up, well, the time is speeding up. So that's a reason that we really need to check where we're spending our time. And so yeah, tap in with me in the comments. Let me know if you're down for this challenge. No social media for a week. You can start tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. Just go a week. And even if you won't commit to the full no social media, commit to no social media on your phone. Jump on your computer if you need to get on there. I understand some people use it for work and everything, but here's the thing: it's always going to be work. It's always going to be work. It's always going to be work. So, at what point do you like take some time for yourself and do what you want to do? It is your time. We get to choose how we spend our time. Trading time for money, I get it. There's bills and all of that. But at a certain point, if we got to make that decision to, you know, use our time how we see fit that will best benefit us and our families. So that was on my mind this morning, just talking about time. Digital Minimalism is the book that I recommended, or that I read. And I recommend, it came out like, I think I read that book at least 5 years ago. So, a lot of the things it talks about is still relevant, but some of the numbers are even more staggering now than when that book came out, just because there's so many more apps and different things pulling for our time. But check out that book. Check out Kalindi Iyi. That is somebody who was like a master mycologist. He's passed now, but I got turned on to him back when I was in Bali. But if you just search his name, Kalindi, Kilinidi, something like that, Iyi, Kalindi Iyi. There's only one Kalindi Iyi. Just tap in some of his videos, and yeah, like, share, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and hit me in the comments. Let me know if you agree, you feel the same about like time actually moving faster. Let me know if you down for this challenge. No social media for a week. So we'll start tomorrow, Sunday, and yeah, I want to know how that's going and if it actually helps you. I just know me, like, just mentally, I feel better. I'm getting a lot more things accomplished when I'm not on there, and yeah, I actually don't care about the likes and the comments and everything that's on the videos and things that I post on social media. A lot less. You know, I'm a lot more active now here on YouTube, on the show, and on Substack, where like I'm writing just about life and the things that I'm picking up along the way. So that's it. About to enjoy this beautiful Saturday, and I will holla at y'all. Peace.